Hello, this is Business Now, reaching you live from iBrandTV News Studio in Lagos, Nigeria. Coming up now. Labour mobilizes across the country for proposed nationwide protests. Securities and Exchange Commission vows not to extend the ongoing renewal registration of capital market operators. The Central Bank of Nigeria makes move to arrest age-long practice of over-invoicing by importers and exporters. Shares across the world fell on Monday as prospect of a Russian attack on Ukraine looms. Glad to have you join us. Here are some business stories making headlines at this hour. I am Margaret Opera. Labour and Socialist Movement, the People's Alternative Political Movement, has embarked on sensitization of the public ahead of the proposed nationwide protests to demand reduction in the prices of gas and petrol, as well as electricity tariff. The group, while calling for mass mobilizations to drive home the demand of the masses, urged the federal government to embark on its planned increment.
Government says if they increase the price of fuel, they would discourage smuggling of fuel across the borders of Nigeria. They say about 50 million liters of fuel are being smuggled across the borders of Nigeria. We'll be talking about 1,600 tankers. Each tanker carrying 33,000 liters. Who are those in charge of ensuring that fuel is not smuggled out of Nigeria?
We want to sensitize our people about the dangers that lie ahead. What they call fuel subsidy does not really exist. What they call fuel subsidy is just another tax on the Nigerian people.
Nigeria is the fifth largest producer of oil in the world, but we are the only country among OPEC who import 100% of the refined product. So what we are saying clearly is that we want our refineries to work. We want Nigeria also to be refined in Nigeria. And we are saying total no to a carbon increment in the price of the fuel.
Nigeria's apex capital market regulator, Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, says it will not extend the ongoing renewal of registration of capital market operators beyond the stipulated January 31st, 2022 deadline. In a circular at the weekend, SEC stated that in line with its earlier circular released on December 16, 2021, the exercise would end on January 31, 2022, and there would be no extension. SEC warned that capital market operators that fail to renew their licenses will be barred from performing capital markets in 2022. SEC had last year increased the coverage of its registration by mandating non-custodian firms holding securities for actual owners to apply registration as a nominee with the Commission. It also directed all existing investment crowdfunding portals and digital commodities investment platforms to register their operations with the Commission or cease operations. And now away from that, the Director General of the Budget Office of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Ben Akabweze, has dismissed claims by members of the organized private sector that the federal government should explore more interest-free loans for financing its budget deficit, describing it as a mirage. During the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry budget analysis session held in Lagos, Akabweze and other economic experts shared their thoughts on the 2022 budget, recurrent public expenditure, among other economic issues.
Recurrent non-debt spending is estimated at 6.91 trillion naira, which is 40% of total capital, of total expenditure, and 20% higher than for last year's budget. The government needs to watch the rising recurrent especially personnel expenditure. It is more sustainable to empower the private sector to create more jobs while the government creates a thriving business environment.
Now, what is the budget? Basically, the 5 things that are most important. When you hear budget, just ask yourself, how much are we going to raise? What's our revenue? 2, how much are we going to spend? 3, the difference between what we spend and what we raise. What is it? Is there a deficit? Is there a surplus? Or is there a balanced budget? Ends there. 4, and the most important element is that as a tool of economic management, what impact will this budget have on not the data, but the welfare of the people? You can have the best budget, you can have the what we call happy statistics and unhappy people, right? We must have a budget which is a part of a national development plan, which is part of an economic sustainability plan that has an impact on the welfare of the people. What will drive performance in 2022? The implementation of 2022 budget, which is more business friendly, more realistic, and the offspring of the 5-year development plan means that we will see, or theoretically we should see, some improvement. And I'm optimistic we will see. However, there are some difficult decisions that have to be made. And I categorize this into the politics. Like I said, it's politics.
The Central Bank of Nigeria has taken a bold step in arresting the 8-long practice of over-invoicing which dodgy importers and exporters have over the years used to cut away the nation's forex. The CBN achieved this with its directive that effective February 1st, 2022, all import and export operations would require the submission of an electronic invoice authenticated by authorized dealer banks on the Nigeria Single Window Price Portal Trading Monitoring System, TRMS. The Apex Bank had explained in the circular that at the weekend that the introduction of the e-valuator and e-invoice would replace the hard copy final invoice as part of the documentation required for all import and export transactions going forward. The CBN circular also stated that the new system would operate on a global price verification mechanism guided by a benchmark price. And in more stories, investors in the Nigerian stock market saw the worth of their shares rise by 840 billion naira last week as 47 firms recorded price appreciation. The all-share index of the Nigerian Exchange Limited and market capitalization increased by 3.38% to close the week at 45,954.35 and 24.76 trillion naira respectively. A total turnover of 1.86 billion shares worth 47.49 billion naira in 20,861 deals was traded last week by investors on the floor of the exchange, in contrast to a total of 1.60 billion shares valued at 32.72 billion naira that exchanged hands last week in 22,607 deals. The stakeholders at the 52nd convocation ceremony of the University of Lagos have advocated further development of research works that could translate to better business ideas. iBrandTV reporter Iboje Ihoria reports that a total of 12,217 students from the various faculties of the university will in 1 week participate in the ceremony.
By congratulating the graduates, Pro-Chancellor UNILAG Prince Larry Tejusho advised them to further develop themselves to improve their country's economy.
Our main objective is to consolidate on the achievements of the university and open new frontiers for greater impact. We have since initiated ideas aimed at achieving deepening collaboration and meant to support the university administration.
on how research work can be turned into business ideas that will profit the nation. The graduates said they will develop the ideas to full scale.
My project is on the fabrication and design of a vegetable dryer using solar energy and biomass. The business side of this is that it's going to help farmers, both small-scale farmers and large-scale farmers, to be able to preserve their food crops efficiently. So this will help them have the ability to market their products to high-value markets. The intention of this project or research work is to ensure that food crops produced in Nigeria can be exported to high-value markets.
The project I worked on was an FPGA implementation of Codic for fingerprint applications. I plan to work on this project to make it a world-class business size product.
From a total of 12,270 graduates, 7,799 will receive first degrees or diplomas, while 4,418 will receive postgraduate degrees. Boji Horia, reporting for iBrandTV News.
The president of Dangote Group, Aliko Dangote, has revealed its refinery subsidiary will commence processing of crude oil in the third quarter of 2022. The 650,000 barrels per day capacity refinery is now officially behind the initially planned date of early 2022. Aliko Dangote confirmed this in a press briefing at the plant site in the Lekki FTZ in Lagos. Aliko Dangote said that mechanical work on the refinery has been completed, noting that the plant will start with a processing capacity of 540,000 barrels a day and subsequently commence full production, maybe by the end of 2022 or the beginning of 2023. Meanwhile, the Minister for Transportation, Rotimi Amechi, has pushed for an early completion date for the Lekki Deep Seaport project, as he urged the contractors to speed up the work to enable government approve all necessary processes before the next general elections. The minister acknowledged that the Lekki Deep Seaport project, which is designed to be the deepest seaport in West Africa, is about 80% complete and has before the end of this year as the target for completion of construction. Amechi said that when operational, the Lekki Deep Seaport will be automated, as the bulk of documentation would be effectively done online. Now, Leadway Assurance Company Limited has said it has extended its agri insurance service to provide cover to farmers who suffer losses incurred due to cattle grazing encroachment in their farmlands. According to a statement, this policy is in response to the plight of farmers who have suffered huge financial losses arising from the destruction of their crops and farmlands during encroachment by the nomadic cattle. The head Agri and Micro Insurance, Leadway Assurance, Ayola Fatona, said the extended policy coverage would encourage continued investment in farming to prevent nationwide food security. And more stories. Bitcoin tumbled over 7% on Monday to its lowest in 6 months, as fears of a Russian attack on Ukraine saw riskier assets worldwide extend their sell-off. The largest cryptocurrency trading down 7.4% at $33,650 in lowest since July 24, taking losses from its time high of $69,000 hit in November past 50%. Still ahead, shares across the world falls on Monday over the prospect of a Russian attack. Details and more business news after this commercial break. And now in business stories on the Africa scene. Kenya Power says innovation plans are in top gear to have the country move into the all-electric vehicle space. The utility firm's acting managing director, Rosemary Odwo, said the government is critically looking on the matter with a view of making it easier for individuals who wish to buy electric vehicles in the country. She noted that Kenya Power would continue with its innovation as the country's electricity distributor. And on the foreign scene, shares across the world fell on Monday as the prospect of a Russian attack on Ukraine caused demand for riskier assets, bolstering the dollar, buoying oil and boosting Bitcoin. The U.S. State Department said it was ordering diplomat family members to leave Ukraine in one of its clearest signs yet that American officials are bracing for an aggressive Russian move in the region. The President of the U.S., Joe Biden, weighed options for boosting United States military assets in the region to counter a buildup of Russian troops, with the New York Times reporting that Biden was looking at sending 1,000 to 5,000 troops to Eastern Europe. Gold prices were trading little higher on Monday as investors awaited the U.S. Federal Reserve outcome scheduled later in the week. Meanwhile, concerns over inflation and Russia-Ukraine tensions kept bullion's safe haven allure intact. Traders will seek confirmation on the interest rate hike part of the U.S. Central Bank. Gold futures on multi-commodity exchange were up to 0.11% or 53 rupees at 48,302 rupees per 10 grams. Silver futures declined by 0.31% or 201 rupees to 64,605 rupees per kilogram. Coming up next is entertainment business news.
Swift Dry Cleaners Limited, professional dry cleaners, best in dry cleaning and laundry services that meets the needs of our consumers. Yeah, Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Yeah. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Yeah, for clean wash and quick delivery. Yeah, Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. For clean wash and quick delivery.
Swift Dry Cleaners. Clean wash, quick delivery.
True unripe plantain flour is 100% natural flour gotten from the processing of unripe plantain. It contains no addictive and has a net content of 500 grams. True unripe plantain flour contains vitamin A, B6 and C. It is gluten-free and rich in calcium. Consuming True unripe plantain flour helps to build and strengthen stronger bones and can be a great meal for diabetic patients. It decreases your chances of constipation as it has a high fiber content and provides you with a low-fat diet. Here are some steps to prepare your True unripe plantain flour. Firstly, mix True unripe plantain flour with hot water in a pot and gradually add water till you achieve desired thickness. Place over medium heat and turn very well for 4 to 5 minutes to get the right texture. Mold into a ball and place in a bowl and allow to cool. Serve with your choice of soup. True unripe plantain flour can be eaten with any variety of soup, be it your ofe oha, ofe onugbu, gbegiri, ewedu, or your miyan kuka. To get your True unripe plantain flour, contact us at 12 Olowera Isheri Road by First Welder bus stop off Omole Phase 2, Olowera, Lagos, Nigeria, or call 070-6663-8213 or 081-6397-4447. Distributors are needed nationwide.
Mama, you're coming to Lagos. Banga. Baby, Mama just called me now. She's coming to see you. She asked me to tell you to make banga soup for her. And she's close to the house. Oh.
How do you expect me to prepare banga in just few minutes?
I have a solution for you.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
If you no sabi cook the banga, you no go enter my family.
Pali banga is used in making other exotic dishes such as banga jollof rice, banga efo riro, banga asaro or yam porridge, banga egusi, and many more. Pali banga is easy to open, no preservatives, no cholesterol, and no coloring. Approved by NAFDAC. Manufactured by Pali Agro Products Limited. Available in all leading stores and supermarkets nationwide.
Pali banga, natural palm fruit extract for tasty African cuisine.
Hello, this is Entertainment Business. I am Michelle Abanum. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry have reportedly powered forward with new ventures, specifically for the entertainment business, after their complex business structures were revealed last week. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex has set up nearly a dozen companies in Delaware, a U.S. state that does not impose business transaction taxes nor high personal taxes. State filings showed that the couple registered 11 companies from April 2020 in the state, some of which were created to hold the actual charity trademark and its affiliated companies. The couple has already signed a deal to produce content with Netflix, though to be worth around $100 million. Another deal with streaming giant Spotify, signed in December 2020, is reportedly worth another 18 million euros. These entertainment-focused companies complete the Duke and Duchess's portfolio of 2 publishing companies and 3 investment firms. Moving on, over the weekend, Sony's comic book adventure became the 6th highest-grossing movie in history with $1.69 billion at the global office. It passed Jurassic World $1.67 billion and The Lion King $1.66 billion to secure that spot. Now in its 6th weekend of release, Spider-Man No Way Home returns to the #1 slot in North America, adding $14.1 million between Friday and Sunday, along with $27.7 million overseas. The superhero epic, starring Tom Holland as Marvel's neighborhood web slinger, opened in December and has generated $721 million at the domestic box office and $970.1 million internationally. Outside of the United States, where No Way Home ranks as the 4th biggest movie ever, Spider's latest adventure has done especially well in the UK, Holland's birthplace, amassing $116 million to date. And that's it on Entertainment Business. I am Michelle Abanum.
Coming up next is Sports Business.
On Sports Business at this hour, Peloton continues to struggle following a tumultuous year and revelations of potential layoffs, halted production, and a stock sale by insiders. The company reported a net loss of $372 million in the first quarter of 2022, a steep increase from the $49.8 million in the same period last year. Prior to the decline, Peloton executives and insiders sold roughly $500 million worth of stock when share prices were in better shape in the fall of 2020 through much of 2021. The at-home fitness brand's market cap has fallen by at least 80% in the past year, and shares of the company closed at $24 on Thursday. The company plans to temporarily pause production of its bike products from February to March and won't manufacture its treadmills for 6 weeks in 2022. Peloton is working with consulting firm McKinsey & Co. to restructure the business by evaluating its cost structure and potentially eliminating jobs. Still talking sports business, Netflix saw its subscriber base increase by 8.3 million to 222 million in the fourth quarter of 2021 as the company turns to gaming to spur retention and growth. The company posted $7.7 billion in revenue, up 16% year over year. Operating income dropped to $632 million compared to $954 million in the fourth quarter of 2020. Netflix brought in $30 billion in 2021, up 19% from the previous year. The company beat analyst expectations with $1.3 earnings per share compared to an estimated $0.82. Despite the earnings beat, the company's stock dropped around 18% in aftermarket trading as investors showed disappointment in its subscriber growth and projections. Netflix has steadily been releasing games since November 2021, and the company now has a dozen titles available to subscribers at no extra cost after debuting 2 more this week. And finally, on sports business at this hour, Autograph, the NFT startup that Tom Brady co-founded, raised $170 million in a Series B funding round, the company announced. The round was led by 16Z and Kleiner Perkins, Lightspeed Venture partners Nicole Quinn and Katie On's new firm also participated. Autograph has several new board members, including Ariana Simpson and Chris Dixon from 16Z and Ilya Fushman and Hawn. Simon Biles, Tiger Woods, Naomi Osaka, Tony Hawk, and Derek Jester have all been represented on Autograph. In July, Autograph inked a partnership with DraftKings Marketplace and the sports betting operator's NFT platform. It has also partnered with Lionsgate and Slam. And that's it on sports business. I'm Samson Olede.
And that's a wrap on Business Now. For more business stories, please visit our website, follow all our social media platforms, and do well to tune in to Start Time Channel 143 for more business stories and news updates. My name is Margaret Opera. Thanks for watching.